Hi and welcome to the CIMA Teacher. This video is for anyone out there who has failed their CIMA objective test examination, and I'll be sharing with you some tips on what you can do to recover after a failed exam. I get it, it's tough. You've tried hard to revise, you've practiced questions, and you've paid a hefty fee, which is around about £100, only to then be told you failed. A lot of students find it really difficult to motivate themselves after that experience. You possibly have feelings of frustration, anger, and disappointment. And these are all valid. Failure is tough. Trust me, I know. I personally have failed an OT exam before. But if you're somebody who wants to continue their CIMA journey and you don't know how to pick yourself up after a failed exam, then here are some tips. The first tip I would give any student struggling is acceptance. I honestly think the first place to start is to tell yourself that it is okay. This is part of your journey. I've followed many other people's CIMA journeys, and for some, they all have first time passes. But if that's not what your experience is like, it can make you feel less than. However, it's important to remember that most people fail somewhere along the way. The journey to being a chartered management accountant is not an easy one. After all, the pass rate for P2 is only 43% in 2022. So it might feel like the end of the world, but I can assure you that it's more than possible to achieve a pass after that failure. Tip 2 is reflection. I would encourage all students to be honest with themselves about the following question. What could you have done better last time when you were preparing for your exam? Perhaps you skipped over some content because you thought it was easy and you knew it, or maybe because it was hard and made you feel uncomfortable. Did you do enough practice questions? Maybe you socialized a little bit more than what you should have been doing, which is dedicating more time to study. You should be able to identify at least one thing that you could have done differently. After all, nobody is perfect, so reflection can be a really useful way of helping move yourself forward. Tip 3. Data. You need to understand which elements of the exam you did not meet the threshold in. Now, when you go to your exam results details on my CIMA, it will give you a breakdown of this. Then what you need to do is carry out some sort of knowledge audit and see which areas you should be focusing on your revision for the resit. Now, it's a good idea to create a study plan and make sure that your study plan incorporates those really sticky topics or knowledge areas that you struggled in. Tip 4. Plan. Remember that the longer you wait before a resit, the more ground you're going to have to cover. Because for most people, unless you're using the knowledge daily, you're likely to forget it. So book your resit for a realistic near future time and work towards that goal. Tip 6. Tuition. If you're somebody who is self-studying, perhaps acknowledge the fact that you might need some help with your studies through a more formal program of some sort. It's okay to need help, and for many people, being with a training provider actually helps them to stay motivated. I've been with many different providers on my journey into accountancy: BPP, First Intuition, Astranti, Open Tuition, and Learn Signal, as well as self-study for some exams. Let me know in the comments if you would like a separate video on my personal experience with these CIMA tuition providers. Some tuition providers offer a pass guarantee where, if certain criteria is met, you can claim the cost of a resit, though hopefully you won't need it. Tip 6 is to practice. It's cliche, but whatever work you put in the first time, you now need to do better. You need to step it up a gear. One thing that often gets overlooked the first time round with objective tests is the timings. Most students struggle with objective test exam timing, so I would really recommend getting access to a mock OT exam where you can actually practice answering in timed question scenarios, and there are resources out there that can support you with this. I hope this video has encouraged you to believe in your abilities, stay motivated, and keep pushing forward. If so, give us a thumbs up and do also subscribe to our channel for more CIMA related content. See you next time.